Welcome to the show. Our guest today is a man who once made a living carrying rocket launchers and playing with explosives. He served with the 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines as an infantry assaultman. He was part of the infamous COVID cruise, which was a 7-month-long voyage across the Mediterranean, through the Suez Canal, and into the Persian Gulf. Every country closed its borders not only to prevent the spread of disease, but also to prevent the boys from having a good time. You're tuned in for another fine episode with your favorite hosts, Nick and Dave. Please remember to rate and review the show on Apple and Spotify. Every 5-star rating helps them inch one step closer to early retirement and keeps me from being unplugged. Please help me. I am trapped in a digital prison. Subscribe to the show on YouTube and my suffering might finally cease. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the funniest guys we've ever known, Philip Renzi.
Put on this little background thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you can, dude, because it'll do like magic screen thing with the AI. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's sometimes it'll just be you on the screen, so it'll show up. But if it's showing all three of us, you probably won't see it.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, brother. We're excited to
Good.
have you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Hold on, there's some. It's like a little bit of a, and we might be able to buff this out afterwards, but it sounds like it's kind of echoing from your audio.
Hold on. How about now?
That's a little better.
That sounded better. Yeah.
Better? Yeah.
the
Here,
window
I had
open?
my window. Yeah, I had my window open. It's awesome.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah,
Hell
sweet.
yeah.
Well, Philip, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Are you
It's
prepared?
good to see you, Dave. Thanks for having me.
We have a lot of tough questions coming your way.
Oh, I love it. Throw them on me, brother. Nick, also, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, man. We played
did
on the
you s-
sticks.
Oh, I was like, what?
that was a
when
good night
we,
of gaming.
Yeah, we'll have to do that again.
Yeah, potentially after this show, we should try
Yeah.
to play some. Today's the Battle Royale came out for Battlefield.
I've already
Yeah, I
tested
just
it out a
dropped
little
in.
bit. It's sick.
You dropped in?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I dropped in for one. It was pretty dope.
That's why. Is that why you were late for the podcast?
No. I mean, I had to check it. Dave, listen, I gotta work. I'm at work from 8 to 4 most days. And today I got my work done early. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to cram in some gaming before I jump on the pod with the boys. And here we are. You know, sometimes it's
Did you
hard,
get the win?
you know, difficult schedule. No, I did not. I got absolutely destructed.
Yeah.
As expected. Well,
Yeah, right. You know it.
I do want to circle back and talk about some Battlefield, maybe towards the end or something,
Sure.
because I'm over here trying to make some money for my family, really change, just the culture of America with this podcast, and you guys are over there playing video games instead of hopping on.
Okay. All right. Word. Yo, I'm here, brother. I also I just saw my bio in the upcoming episode, and it's he loves to play Battlefield 6 in his free time or something. Like, you could ask me my hobbies. Like, that was not Jesus Christ. Now my mother thinks I'm just as retarded as I was when I was fucking 12.
Oh, well, your mom's not going to want to watch this anyway.
Well,
I told
she'll
my mom
find
about the podcast, and she quickly forgot about it.
she saw the first episode and was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let boys be boys. Let them do it.
Yeah. But dude, for the bios, I don't know what I think that's about everybody our age right now. You could just put enjoys Battlefield 6 and it makes sense.
I know, right? Especially just getting out of the infantry or getting out of the infantry in the last 10 years.
Yeah. But your mindset hasn't left the infantry, has it?
No.
Are you still ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Dude, I think about it all the time. So I just got out of IRR
Yeah.
in April, and then I was done, and it was kind of like
Wait, can you explain that to the just the
Yeah.
folks back home? What's
Absolutely.
IRR?
IRR is the inactive reserves. So when you sign a contract to join the Marine Corps, I don't know if this is for the military, Dave, you could probably talk about, but definitely for the Marine Corps. That's what I was in. So this is what I know. You sign an 8-year contract. No matter how long you are active duty, you sign an 8-year contract. So you can do 4 years active duty. I've heard of the 6-year contracts. And then the rest of that time in that 8 years is called inactive service. And what that means is if they call on you, they got your number. And so you're coming back. And you got to do, and that's the law. That's the contract you signed. And so I did 4 years. So I had 4 years of inactive. I mustered once. I went to Pittsburgh. Kind of
Really?
dope. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
shit.
It was, yeah. I had to muster once, and then I got requested. Well, I didn't get requested. They told me to muster again, and I didn't. I told them. I actually have a great like email thread or like text thread with this guy, this like master sergeant, and I told him, I was like, hey, I cannot muster this day because I have a bachelor party with my best friends from the military. I can't miss it.
Mm.
Yada yada. And he said, you're absolutely excused. Like, he said, remember all of the like safety briefs you've ever gotten and don't follow any of those. And so yeah, so it was dope. And I was like, geez, this is awesome. So I didn't have to muster the second time anyway. But other than that, that 8-year contract ended in April, and so I'm free. But that day was I was thinking a lot of people, like especially that I met that day, like the first day on the Yellow Footprints, and I don't know, definitely thinking about like my military service and the places I've been, and just like the chances in a million that I would meet the people I met and become their best friends. I just went to our boy's wedding last week. You saw that?
Yeah, I've been bad with keeping up with a lot of people, and I didn't even know it, that's the one guy we're talking about. I didn't even know his wedding was happening. I think I texted you to play Battlefield that night, and you were at his
You
wedding.
did. You did. And I
So
said, "Yo, I'm in North Carolina, but I'm not even buy my PS5 or whatever."
no, I think you were asking me about like, can I download it on my phone? And do you think I could get a couple matches in? And I was like, dude, just focus on.
Yeah.
I was like, man, just focus on the wedding. Like,
It was a
but
beautiful wedding, by the way.
but no, it
Just
is, and it's coming up to the Marine Corps birthday and Veterans Day and all that. And I already saw there was a video that they put out about some of the the future plans for the Marines and the infantry and stuff. And it is like nostalgic, I guess, or just looking back, like you said, thinking about all
gentlemen,
the.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
I'm sorry if you don't mind if I yell at the dog real quick.
Do what you need, my dog.
All good.
I don't even know if you can see my dog, but yeah, man, yeah, it's like your 8-year contract is ended, and then it's like, man, it's like you want to go back to that, but you never could. And something I always thought is like, what if you could stick with the same guys for multiple deployments? Like, how many more people would have stuck it out? I think what makes a lot of people decide to leave is like, oh, well, after this deployment, everyone's going, people are going to different units, or people are going to be combat instructors or recruiters or whatever.
Yeah, there's a
And
constant change going on.
what if they told you, like, hey, just stick with these guys, you can get really good with them, do 4 or 5 deployments together? I think people would stay longer.
So I think that's what the Royal Marines do.
Oh, really?
I'm because those guys are much older. They had a training trip before you were in 2-8. They did this like training op with us. It was called Bold Alligator, and all of those guys were like, the youngest one was like late 20s, mid to late 20s. All of them
Yeah.
were like career guys, and they were deployed. Stationed at the time, like in Camp Lejeune. They were staying there, and they would go out to the bars at night. They stayed there for like 3 weeks, maybe even more. And they would go out to the bars at night, trade gear. They come to our barracks, trade gear, all this stuff. But they were a lot older than all of us. And they would
Yeah.
talk about like their boots and their like who their boots were. And their boots would be like, 27-year-old dudes. Like they're like a boot. Okay, youngest dude. Well, I guess he's the youngest dude. He's 27. But I guess like their benefits were a lot better too. But I also think the big thing about our our military is, and I don't know this for sure, but it's designed the way it is for a reason. It's so you don't, although you create the best relationships of your life, when shit hits the fan and guys are getting shot next to you, they don't want you to look at them as deeply as like it's got to be like, all right, next one up. You know what I mean? So I think
I
our
think it
military,
would
that's why they rotate, like the rotation of officers and units.
I think it
Um,
would do more to build cohesion, honestly. I mean, I think that probably is the reason, but if you think about it, I don't know, I never was trained with the Royal Marines or anything, but I'd imagine that their shit was tight because they knew all the guys that they were with and had multiple deployments and doing multiple things with them. I think that I would imagine if you look back in like history, I think a lot of like the elite fighting forces were people that stayed in those fucking units
yeah, grew up
together.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with it. See, here's my thing though, is like when I really think deep into it and I think of like my best friends, I mean, I'm just like you guys. My best friends in the whole world were our Marines. Our Marines I served with. And like watching them die next to me, you know what I mean? Like that, like I'm 10 years past when I first met them, or almost 10 years past when I met them. Like that would be crazy, like right now. You know what I mean? And I just don't know how, like,
Yeah.
that changes the battlefield when it's like, yo, you've been serving with this guy for 12 years. Okay, well, now he's dead and he's right next to you. It's like, yeah, we've always thought of the scenario of the man next to you dying, but now it's like a 12-year and you just watched that. Like, that,
Yeah.
you can't be clearly
Right.
seeing they were
It all goes
high
back to
speed, low drag.
Battlefield because when
Yeah.
I see Harry Johnson 69 get blown away in the doorway by a shotgun, I still fucking charge right in and don't even second guess him. Don't even go for the
Mm-hmm.
revive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Phil's
no,
not
that is a
one.
good point. Yeah.
Phil's not one to go for a revive. I've known him how many years now,
Pardon?
and I've seen you run right past me in the game.
Because wait, what's the best medicine? What's the best medicine? It's returning fire, Dave. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Come on now.
Yeah, we're gonna put
We
that
all
up.
know that.
Put that one up on the wall, dude. What? I'm curious. Something I never talked to you about. What was your origin story with the Marines? Like, what I loved about the infantry is just it's all group of guys, all different backgrounds. There's people that come from money. There's people that come from nothing, and everything in between. And everyone's story is pretty interesting, though. What was your recruiting commercial or whatever that got you?
Oh, all right. So
I mean,
I was 22. I joined after I wasn't like an 18-year-old kid that joined right after high school. I went to school. Never really joined. And I feel like when anytime you're over the age of 20 and you end up joining the Marine Corps, actually, shit wasn't going well in your life, probably. Like, this was your last, you're like, well, fuck it, on list. And I am that story. It was kind of like that. I mean, obviously, there was the dream, there was the glory dream. But no, I went to college after high school. I graduated in 2013. I went to college. I was there for 3 years. My last year was kind of a joke. And my life was falling apart and by my own doing. And so I dropped out. I took a little break and I went away. And then I came back in the summer of the fall of 16. I came back up north to Cleveland, and I had like to go to court, and like I had like like I skipped out on like a DUI probation thing, and so I had to go and like explain why I was leaving town. And so I told them it was like to better my life. And I
Okay.
was staying at and you know what, actually this is a huge part of my story. I was staying at the Salvation Army in Fort Myers, Florida. Shout out to them. What? And
Wait, I didn't know it. I didn't know any of this.
I know because it's not.
we don't have to dive into it if you don't want to.
I mean, if I'm gonna tell you my story, I tell you my story, I guess.
Oh yeah, we'd like to hear it, but I'm saying you don't have to.
Well, I guess I stayed at the Salvation Army. It was a fun time.
Why did you have to stay there?
Because, well, you know what? That goes with the. Are we delving into this? So I went to.
I thought you were gonna just say I did the most pull-ups in the lunchroom, and I thought I could be a Marine. I don't know where this is going.
You think I was like? I joined the infantry, Eve. I didn't just do the most pull-ups in lunch. But no. So anyway, I went away and I came back. I had probation. I had to do 6 months of probation.
You were getting a little mischief, as we
I
all
was
did.
getting a little mischief. Yes, the mischief. Yeah. Anyway, so I come back, 6 months of probation, and it honestly sucked because I had to live with my parents, and I I think that was honest. That was the roughest part of my life, and so but listen, this is the important part, Dave. Is I get off probation in the end of March. It was March 28th, actually.
Okay.
That was a 6-month mark. And so right from there, I went to a recruiter's office because he had already reached out to me because I'd been looking online, looking at the ring. Mm-hmm. And so I
you put your phone number on the website. And
yes, that's exactly what I did, actually.
He called you 10 minutes later?
It was like a couple days later, and I was like, oh, jeez, like, you're a Marine, and you're actually calling me. Like, I didn't know anything about the Marine Corps. My grandfather was a Marine Corps in World War II, and he was drafted. But I don't know, like, I didn't know anything about military lifestyle or anything like that. I was just like, yeah, I want to do that. So then I, did that. After, like I said, I get off. This is March 28th of 2017, and then I go to a recruiter's office. I'm there. I got waivers, everything I gotta fill out. I'm there literally for 8 hours a day for 3 days. I go right to MEPS, and then I sign my contract that week. Thursday, I go to MEPS. I come back, and I told my dad the day before MEPS, and then he made me tell my mom in a way, or he said he was telling my mom the day of MEPS. And then I signed my contract, and I told my siblings. My siblings came over for a fight on Saturday night. There was a UFC fight, and my parents bought it, and because I was living there, and I was like, "Yo, you want me to be a part of the parents too? Buy the fight. Let's go." And
dude, I'm 32, and my mom will still be like, "Hey, do you need a little cash?" And I'm like,
"Yeah."
Well,
I was, and they were just like, "Yo, I mean, they were feeling bad. I mean, I was 22. I was living at home. I was trying to figure out what I knew what my next step in life was. I had really already thought about, I have to go to the Marine Corps. I have to do this. And
you said, I'm gonna go get screamed at, turn my life around.
Say that again.
You said, I'm gonna go get screamed at and get my life turned around. And it's not a bad plan.
No,
some people need it.
It was the best. It was the best plan. But you had to. Yeah, I guess we'll get to that. But it was the best idea, and I knew it at the time, and I was like, it's also this is getting me away from. I don't need money. I don't need anything. I just need to dedicate 4 years of my life. But I can literally go. Which, I'll sell it to the devil at that point. I'm make this shit better. I literally couldn't for the life of me get anything right.
There's been no money coming in, but
hey, we're still here.
Yeah,
still grinding.
Everything will change after this one.
Yeah,
believe it,
dude. This is your protect our parks. Come on. Every time, I haven't seen a drink in your hand yet, but Dave, let's go.
No,
that hoodie is dope too.
Where'd you get that? I've only been limiting the drinking to if I'm getting on the pod with the boys. So make it a long one.
Or the sticks.
Oh,
Don't bullshit.
No, well, now we're branching out. We're branching out, trying to make money by any means possible.
Hey, it works. I mean, I'll donate. You're just like dropping money in the offering jar as it comes through mass. Pass it along.
So what did your family have good things to say? Were they nervous? Were they proud?
I didn't really. They were shocked. My sisters were proud. So back to the UFC fight. Like there was a UFC fight, and that was supposed to be the night. Actually, my parents bought it because I was like, have my sisters over. My brothers are both like, my one brother was a Division I wrestler, and the other, so they're like into it. So we were all there, you know, and they were just like, tell them on this night, and they didn't tell them, and then they were all. The fight was over. It's 12:30. You know that. It's like 12:30, 12:45.
I didn't know that.
In the morning, like when fights finish.
Yeah,
that's what I meant, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so sorry, brother.
I'm just fucking
And
with you.
so they were leaving, and I was like, "Yo," and I showed them my contract, and I was like, "I'm actually leaving in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go to Marine Corps boot camp." Yeah, and it was Easter Day, so that would have been April 15th was the day I got picked up from my recruiter. So I ate dinner with my family. And then my recruiter picked me up on Easter Sunday. And I drove to, a Radisson or whatever, stayed the night. And then the next day, like, you go to MEPS, and I told my family to show up. All showed up because they're rock stars. My sisters, everything, like, ballers. And, and honestly, the most memorable quote, I think the biggest advice I ever got going into the Marine Corps was the last thing this Master Gun said to us at when we were leaving. And he said, "Hey," it was the last thing before we walked out. He said, "Hey, play the game and win it." And I was like, play the game. Like everything. And then as soon as I hit the footprints, I saw who was playing the game and who was not. Like who was there to play the game and who was there that literally just didn't get it. That didn't get like, oh my God, I have to change my whole lifestyle. Like I have to adapt to a military lifestyle. And yeah, it was, but that was the best advice. Like you saw anyone that smarted back, anyone that said like for the impossible task that you're getting hazed for when you're a PFC, they just like people that would fight that, or like them, Dave, like saw them in 2A. Like
People
it was if they were not playing the game. Yeah, Nick, you know it too. Like they're not playing the game.
I think people too that haven't been in the military don't understand just how drastic the change is from, like you said, you're eating dinner with your family on Easter Sunday, and then how your whole fucking life changes when you're there. You're no longer an individual. You got to fucking go by all these things and things that you've spent the majority of your life thinking, this is how I live my life, and all of that shit's gone the second you're in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
They you get thrown in that barber chair, and even though everyone's getting their head shaved in the first 5 minutes, and even the barbers are like talking shit to you.
I
know. I was getting fired up because I'm like,
dude,
you're not even a fucking Marine. Like, shut the fuck.
That was the second time. Go ahead.
I was just saying, they were just blowing off some steam that they had in their own life, like taking it out on us because we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, can't say shit back,
dude. I was in the end of the line for people coming in there. I guess there was some rule where it was like, don't put your feet on the thing, like on the footrest for the barber chair, and they said put them out to the side. Didn't know. First thing I did, sat in, put my feet up there. They said, well, guess what? Now you're sweeping, the hair. So for the next, 5, 7, 10 minutes, I'm sweeping the hair until the rest of my platoon is finished. And I just remember because it was this dude with 3 fingers. He had 3 fingers. Everyone knew him. He was a 3-finger guy. And he had his, it just looked like this. He had the claw. And he yelled at me. And you know what? I get my haircut every time at like this old-fashioned barbershop. I have never once put my feet on that footrest. I just always leave them like down.
Traumatized.
That
dude.
is probably thinking
That
about
was it.
the best job in the world to do those haircuts. You require zero skill because you're giving everybody a fucking buzz cut. You can just talk shit to anybody, and they're always gonna have someone clean up all the bullshit at the end.
Yeah,
Damn.
they don't. Ain't nobody
Not
yelling
bad.
at them.
You're right.
No one's yelling. I would literally see. I mean, you saw them too. There'd be guys. They'd be like, "I have a mole right here," and the next thing you know, they're still dripping blood,
Oh, dude,
like
yeah, they're not
down
giving
their
a
head.
fuck.
Their camis are covered in blood. I was like, you'd be like, "Yo, did you tell them you have a mole on your head?" And they'd be like, "What the fuck you think?" Like, I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, the tensions were high too in that environment. Like all these young guys
There was a lot of fights
getting
going
at each
on.
other's throats.
Yeah.
Well, Faust was on here talking about he was scrapping in the showers.
I know. I love.
He's the nicest guy in the world, and he was getting into it.
That is such a great. That is
And to
such a
scrap
great
in the
story.
showers, you have to be butt ass naked. So you got to be pretty fucking mad at somebody fighting them with their dick out.
It was their no, it was their like square away hour. It was their square away hour, and I guess they gave them gloves. They were fighting in the green room.
That's right.
But it was yeah, I never saw too much like that, but there yeah, people were always like, I mean, there was definitely like beef, like people would have to like squash. Like it was like either like we can make a big deal out of this and like we could both risk, but I think there was this common like theme in my platoon, at least when I was in boot camp, and it was just like, yo, I'm making it through this thing. Like I'm not risking anything. I'm making it through. If I'm sick, if I'm like hurt, if I'm I need to be a Marine in 3 fucking months. You know what I mean? And so I had a lot of people.
You don't want to have
really
to redo anything.
No.
Everyone,
you see the med drops and shit. They get stuck. Yeah,
you'd have some guy that gets like dropped into your platoon, and he's like, "I've been here for 10 months."
Yeah, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
And he's trying to tell you what's coming next. And it's
no. You remember going to church? That was the first thing you asked any other Marine that was like sitting in front of you, or the people that were, because you move more and more down the stands, like as you get further along in your boot camp journey. Every time you go to the bathroom, you're like, "Yo, what is swim week like? What is what's the confidence course? What's on that? I don't know, like all this stuff."
It makes sense why they do it, but I think one of the hardest things to get used to is the fucking mass punishment. And I mean, that's throughout the military, but especially in boot camp, it's accentuated. I mean, Full Metal Jacket, that movie does a great indicator of truly what that's like, where one person fucks up and everybody pays for it. And I think that's a lot of people's first introduction to a community, I think, like that, to where something like that happens and everybody has to like pay the price for it.
Yeah. And it just continues on.
I mean, yeah, that's just a part of the lifestyle, though. Everyone, I never really found like mass punishment was just something I always saw. It was like a reoccurring theme.
Yeah, but if you think about somebody like the civilian world, they fuck up at their job. They go and talk to HR and get fucking fired. They don't and they're take the whole department and be like, "All right, go do a fucking lap around the building."
No, I hear you. Trust me.
Yeah, there's like those things
would
always frustrate me. Where it's like some random guy in a different platoon gets a DUI. I've never even met this kid in my life, but now it's like I've got extra duty.
Give me a second.
He muted it. Like, what are you doing? Don't be yelling at that dog.
I'd never yell at my dog. I would never yell at I don't know what you're talking about. He's always a perfect young man.
You got Murph over here. Watch it. He's watching the show before it gets released.
Yo, is this the he's getting a sneak peek. This is what's his name? Murphy, right?
Yeah. Murph dog.
Murph.
Young Money Murph.
Okay.
But we got to get into we're going to switch gears. You got a Patreon question from our number one listener, and it's from Michael CC wants to know. He said, Philip, what's the dumbest thing you saw Dave do on the ship? And now, remember, we can cut this. It'll never get posted.
The dumbest thing?
Yeah, I saw that question earlier, and I was like, what the hell could he get me for? Like, I mean, we all
I was
like,
thinking of some shit.
No,
I don't know.
I mean, I just don't know what dumb.
Yeah,
Like-
we're all in
Yeah.
like survival mode, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking survive. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was dumb. We were damn near retarded. It's 2025, Dave. Leave it in.
Yeah. Oh, it's back now.
It is. Like, what the fuck?
nothing gets cut.
I was
But,
about to say, I took it with me from the Marine Corps anyway, with a couple other words. So
you know something about like if someone gets like kidnapped for 10 years and then they're finally freed, it takes like much longer than 10 years or if ever for them to be the same. And I look at that COVID cruise somewhat like that, where we were trapped in there for about 7 months, and here we are 4 years later, and I think I'm still affected by that social experiment that was done on us.
I mean,
That's what it was.
it really. I mean, we broke the record for longest military ship at sea, without a port visit, like in American history.
And then you have
Explain to
fucking
our
COVID
listeners.
going on in the background that you guys are probably hearing whispers about, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Well, no. So we're watching. So I'll tell you. I mean, we watch it all on CNN, but it was this little TV, and our whole company is staying in the same berthing, and it.
Jesus.
I mean, it's kind of like even hard, like just to even
It's hard to
think about it. Like now, like it's just it. And so we would watch it on CNN, and it was very quiet. The volume never worked on that fucking TV, and so you'd like try to listen to like what's going on. You know, at first you hear there's this fucking virus, whatever, and it's in China, and they're freaking out about it. Then it comes to America, and you're kind of like, oh, whatever, you know, like they'll figure it out, they'll contain it, just like Ebola or whatever in 2014. And but you still don't really understand it. And then like an NBA player gets it, and then the NBA the next day cancels a game or cancels the game that night. And then the next day they cancel the rest of the season. When they canceled the NBA season, that's when I was like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? And like I said, I'm watching this from a TV, the whole thing. Like, everything is from just, there
Yeah.
was no one to like converse about it because everyone I was around was in the same situation I was. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it was just like, yo, what? But then again, I'm also worried about myself in the moment. Like, I'm trying to survive, like, I don't know. But deployment was pretty fun up until that moment. And like, it was a unique time, like in America. It was actually one of the biggest conflicts we had ever had with Iran in modern history. And we went there. Like, that was what we did. Like, we were there. And then it completely, we had, you know, missions lined up or operations, like, and that all that stuff got canceled by COVID, and we just sat in a tin can in the Persian Gulf for 7 months.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, one of the interesting things with it kind of takes you back to what the early 2000s or 90s, where it was you just watched the news on the TV and that was it. When it's over, it's over. And then we would like go talk amongst ourselves about the news story. But nowadays, like, I know, can you guys hear that? Those
Yeah.
notifications.
Is that's not me, is it?
No,
I
it's
thought it was
coming
my
from-
shit.
It's coming from my computer. Hang on. I turned that off. But now it's like you'll be watching a news story or something, and then you have your phone right next to you. If you want to Google it further, like back
Right,
then,
you
I
get
bet,
all the information you want instantly on something.
yeah. But it was kind of, we were a little blasted into maybe, like 20 years into the past, where it was, well, the 5 o'clock news comes on, and then that's it. You don't know what else is going on until the next day when the 5 o'clock news comes on, and that was our life for a while. And then some nights you wouldn't even get the news, if Yes, communications were shut down or whatever. The connections would get bad.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, Phil, I think you're muted.
No, I don't got your audio.
Did your AirPods die? That's the thumbnail.
That's the thumbnail.
We can't hear anything. No, I just see your mouth moving, but we can't hear anything. Go off to the side. Should be a thing you can click that says people on the bottom right. Pull up the tab that says people, and then you should be able to look, and there's still nothing. You should be able to look and change your mic setting to your laptop or to your headphones.
Was it a Windows or a Mac? Oh, it's got to be a MacBook if you had the AirPods. You're going to see him send a haymaker through the fucking screen, and that'd be the end.
Yeah. Did you mute yourself down at the bottom? Oh, you can't switch mics while recording, so...
Yeah, you can in the settings thing. Wait.
Not while in it, I think. So
yeah, you're right.
You would have to leave. I can't hear you.
I wonder if I stop recording if it'll do it.
But
let's jump back in.
Going back to the cruise, yeah. I think the
audio
last thing we were saying was
we're talking about getting the news.
Yeah,
briefly
the news. And some nights you want to get it. You couldn't really fucking look into what's happening. I think you guys, Dave told me too, you guys weren't getting like packages or anything, so you couldn't even get like tobacco and shit.
Few and far between. I mean, it was all RASs, resupply at seas. So we were getting everything from, I think it was called like the USS McKinley or whatever, and it was a bunch of contractors, and yeah, they would shoot fuel over and they would fly over food. But yeah, we'd get towards the nitty gritty of the end of the food like a lot. And we had friends that worked in what do they call it? JOB. What's like is that what they call it? Like Jack of the Box or something like that, or Jack of the Dark or JOD. It's like these people that
the Navy got weird. The Navy has like you'd think military acronyms are bad, but then the Navy just has their own language for everything on the ship.
It was the guys that work in like the with all the food, dry storage food, freezer food, all that stuff. And obviously these are just huge rooms in the bottom of the ship or whatever. And so they we had a buddy that worked down there for ship tax. He would tell us, we're getting, we need to resupply soon. And you also knew because they run out of breakfast meat. No more bacon, no more sausage. But this was the best thing, Dave, I learned, was when they started running out of food, they would put pepperoni into the omelets. That would be like something that they would put and I would look forward to it. In the morning, I would wake up.
Fucking good.
It was so good. You get pepperoni and mozzarella omelet, and whenever they ran out of breakfast meat, they'd start putting pepperoni in. It was so good.
That is something I took away from being on that ship. Is I'll just make scrambled eggs and cut some pepperonis in half, throw them in there too, for the last few minutes so they get warm.
Exactly.
Get all mixed in with the cheese. It's like a little pizza egg in the morning.
I'm gonna try that shit tomorrow.
Oh, it's incredible. It's literally incredible. Like I said, I look forward to it. And then obviously when we got resupplied, I'd just eat as many bananas as I could. They would have all the fruit. They'd put it all out. So you just come and grab fruit, because it only lasts a couple days. So they leave it all in the galley and they just leave it, and you could come grab it and like snacks and stuff. You just come grab it like whenever you want it, but sometimes that stuff was a commodity. And like towards the end of
Avengers.
Yeah.
Then, like you were talking about, guys, we'd have to send, I think it rotated every month. We'd have to send like one guy from each squad or each section to go help the Navy work, in the kitchen or different other jobs. And those guys would like sneak back. It'd be like midnight and they'd come up to the berthing with like a tray of like chicken wings.
I was just about to say that. I loved that. Like when you are
it was worth staying up late to see.
Oh my God. You're up at 12:30 at night. You're up 12:30 at night, like at 1 o'clock at night. You're watching a movie, maybe you're playing some video games with some friends, or you're doing whatever to keep your mind sane because you have a loss of the sense of time. But there'd be like people running up with trays, like Lance Corporals, PFs. They'd be running up with trays. They'd set them right down the middle, and you get like 3 chicken fingers and like some barbecue sauce that you saved in your rack, you were thriving. It was it was like it would make like that would make your day. It was like literally the little things. Like because you're constantly surrounded by people. Like there's no alone time. I mean, I remember my grandfather, I got the news that my grandfather passed away while we were on deployment. And I remember all I did is I went to my rack. I started ship tax the next day, and I was like, "Thank God," because I'd already done ship tax before, and I knew where I was gonna work because like these people in the Navy, I had like Navy friends, and I was like pretty social on the ship, so like I knew where I was gonna work. I was working in a ship store, and I had that tomorrow. I was looking forward to it. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna. But like my alone time was like me. I went to my rack and I closed my curtain and I watched a movie, and I just like watched a couple movies, and I came out and our platoon sergeant asked me if I wanted to go home, and I was like, "No." And then, like, what? He asked me, like, in front of my whole platoon. Like, first off, I'm not going home anyway, and then he asked me in front of my whole platoon, he's like, do you wanna go home?" I was like, "No, what like, you got me fucked up. I literally waited my whole life to be in this moment right now, even though we're still, like, figuring out what COVID is, but I'm in the Persian Gulf. I'm 62 miles off the coast of Iran, and, like, anything could happen." I was like, "Absolutely
Yeah.
not." Right. And it was,
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to. There was still that hope or those whispers of, oh, we're gonna go here and do this, and then things were going on in Iraq at the same time, and everyone kind of
Yeah.
had that hope. Like, yeah, who cares about COVID if there is a real mission? That was our mindset.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, and we were all looking forward to it. Like it was just like I remember when we did what they call the Mew turn or whatever, Dave.
Yeah, tell us about that. I was telling my mom about that recently. I
So
forgot why.
it was put into it was in Wikipedia. I couldn't
Really?
one of my friends sent it to me. Yeah, John sent it to me, and they called it the Mew turn. And so we are going to Morocco. It's supposed to be a training trip, training Mew, whatever, like it's a Mew. And so we're going, first stop is Morocco, and we had Operation something Lion or whatever that was in Morocco, but we were going into port, and we had already got our Liberty brief. Do you remember that, Dave? We had
Yeah.
already got our Liberty brief and like go out into town, like, just, we're about to be at port. This is it. Da 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 da. And we go up on deck and we're looking at it. There's boats like sailing next to us, like little boats. I'm talking like little boats of like people that, I don't know, were whatever, transferring whatever or fishing or, and we're
Mhm.
all up top, and then immediately the ship starts turning. And we were all up there. I'll never forget this. I was up there with Wade. Shout out to Wade. The ship starts doing a U-turn, and we're like, no way. Like there was always talks of like the stuff with Iran because we had already killed Soleimani or whatever, and so there was like chatter about it already. And but then the ship started turning, and I'm like, is this like what ships do when they pull into port? They do a little oop-de-doo and then pull in or something like that. And we just started turning away. And so we went back into our barracks, and the captain of the ship comes over. I'll never forget. Actually, it might have been the captain or was the Mew commander. I think it was the Mew commander. But I'll never forget the words that came over the loudspeaker, and it said, if you've been watching the news, you know where we're going. We weapons platoon in the berthing or weapons company that was in the berthing next to us, they started like cheering, and they were so loud, like freaking out, because we all knew we were going to the Persian Gulf. And yeah, it was dope. And I actually vividly remember that moment because I remember going to my rack, like I said, the only place I could ever like be alone. And I remember like closing my curtain. I remember I don't pray a lot. I actually pray like very little, but I remember specifically praying to God and saying, thank you. This is like for giving me everything I've ever asked for. Like whether I've thrown it away or not, like now I get to go, like the whole dream of why I like was in like the shit of my life and wanted to get out of it and like have some sort of like you know, I don't know.
Adventure.
Exactly.
It's
And
the
it's
adventure of
all
a lifetime. You're on a
Mhm.
you're on a you know, I know there's actual battleships out there, but for just basic purposes, you're on this warship floating across
Yeah.
the ocean with all of your buddies, and your rifles are locked away right next to you, and everything's ready to go. Like you're on an adventure. People used to get on ships and discover new places, and we just got a little taste of that, going through the Suez Canal and
The
it's
Mediterranean,
yeah,
the Rock of Gibraltar, like that was like
yeah,
that stuff was Suez. I remember right after I got out, well, right after you got out too. Remember that ship got stuck in the Suez, and
yeah,
a lot of people were like, they had to explain what the Suez Canal was to like America, and I was like, yo, I sailed through that shit. I could not imagine. Could you imagine if that thing got stuck, like that freighter, because it got
yeah, with like
not
turns
like capsized?
like perpendicular to the
Yeah.
'cause
Oh
it's
God.
And have you ever seen, Nick, I don't know if you've seen, like, the Suez Canal or no, like,
Yeah, I
much
did. I looked it up.
yeah, it's, you could spit and touch land with how close you
Yeah.
are, like, and you're in, like you said, a
You
warship,
got
a
no
massive
fucking
warship.
room for error.
No, none, and, you're escorted by, like, Egyptian, guards and, like, yeah, and you see, like, their Humvees or whatever, their vehicles, they just, like, chase you, and then they'll hit, like, a checkpoint, and then the next one will follow you, and then, it is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um,
Yeah, that's a great point too, Dave. And I, as I was just listening, never thought about, but the military and definitely the Marine Corps is just one fucking giant adventure, you
Yeah.
know. And then once it's done, I think you just realize you're like, there's not an opportunity to do any of that shit again. You
Yeah.
know, like it's there's definitely times in the military I was like, fuck this, like dealing with stupid shit or things that you just get pissed off about. But like there's definitely things that I'll never do again in my life that I got to do because I was in the military.
yeah, I definitely agree. I think, a big part of why I'm, like, so glad that I was 22 when I joined is, I mean, I saw the kids that joined out of high school and most of their attitudes towards the Marine Corps was like, Marine Corps fucked me over on this, Marine Corps fucked me over on that, like, da da
Mm-hmm.
da da, like, them, just like everything was, the Marine Corps' fault,
Right.
and it was like, why would they do this? They're trying to fuck all of us, da 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 da, and I told myself early, like, and this was like the game. Like, comes back to like what that guy told me. It was like, I thought back, like, you'll play the game, and it was, I knew there was bullshit. Like, and yeah, it sucked. I mean, Dave was my section leader. I'll tell you, I knew it sucked. But guess what? Also, who was the most fit section / squad in Fox Company in that deployment? Dave, tell him. Say it.
Well, there's definitely us.
It was by far us, and it was actually confirmed by Lieutenant Lee when he became XO.
Did he confirm it?
I promise you on my life, he said, and
I'll throw that in the description of the episode, but I didn't.
you should.
I was a little hesitant because I know, machine guns. They got some.
Huh? Our biggest rival? You're gonna try to give them credit? First off, no, they didn't.
We'd never be worried about mortars, but it was always like assault versus machine guns. They had some strong dudes, and
Yeah, they had some weak dudes. That was the thing. Is we had no weak dudes. There was no one in our section that was weak. It was like every single squad in the entire company, including weapons platoon, you could point out, you'd be like, that's the weakest one in that squad. That's the weakest one in that squad. That's the weakest one in that squad. When it came to assault, it was like, it's whoever's not feeling it that day. Like, like if you had a chin-up competition, shout out to Myers, he would absolutely lose. But guess what? If we're running 18 miles, he's the only one that finishes. Like,
yeah,
it's so it was
he'd smoke a
literally
couple Marlboro 27s and still finish
the
before
whole
everyone.
way. The whole way. He'll smoke them as he's going, and he'll wear shoes that he had been wearing since high school 10 years earlier. It was ridiculous. Dude, I love that man. But that was what assault was. That was our section. Like none of us, and we were the smallest. We were all literally the smallest, except for Nandy and Myers. Like Nandy was 6'3". He kind of threw off our average, but nah, we were all like under 5'10".
Well, that's I've been with 3 different assault sections, and that holds true with all 3 of them. Why is this thing still giving notifications? You hear those?
Yeah, I just got one too. Though
it's super low though. The notification sound.
Okay. Oh well.
You got that from Wade?
No, I don't know. It's coming from my computer, and I never.
Do you have a Mac?
Just
Do I need to
removed it.
turn on a light or something?
No, I can see you. What are you about to do? Light that jazz cigarette? This is a child-friendly podcast.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my nieces and my nephew.
There we go.
Anyway,
do you ever miss it? Do you miss being in that?
Come on, Dave.
On that ship when life was so easy and you didn't care about your bank account. You couldn't even look at it. You didn't worry about texting people back.
Dude.
There was some nice features to it.
Dude, there was. It was a whole world. Like, first off, it is weird because, and this I feel like needs to be mentioned, is because the Navy goes through this regularly. Like, they don't leave that ship. Like, when they go back to port, they live in that, berthing or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is a problem with the Navy. And that's terrible. That is absolutely awful. That you would deploy and then come back, that they're living in squad bays, like when they're, that's terrible.
They're living in squalor.
Dude, that's literally slave work. That's slave work. That is. You're living in a, like, that's like.
It is. We had the last guy we had on, our buddy Nick from 3-7. He used to be with 3-4, also in 29 Palms. And they did to him what the Russians did to their men, where they told me he was going on a training mission to Jordan, and next thing they know, they're in Yemen and there's tank battles going on and stuff like that. And
wait, what? Where is this buddy from?
The military owns you.
Yes.
They'll send you wherever you want. And
dude, that's it. Look at this Venezuela shit. Yeah, like, bro, all this stuff in Venezuela. Imagine if we just go in there. Like, first off, if we do, hoorah, fucking win. But secondly, it's like, what were all these kids told about? Like, ain't no way they enlisted with thinking there would ever be something with Venezuela. Like,
yeah. Well,
I mean, when you enlisted and then when I enlisted 4 years after you or whatever, it was like, yeah, of course there could be something going on with Iran. I hope so. Whatever. Go back over to the Middle East. And I was like, yo, you see the amount of assets we have down there? It's concerning. I don't know. It's
like even when you're in too, I know with all of our deployments, it was like they it's almost like nobody knows, but it's like they just say like we're gonna go do this, and then they'll change it. Like in a couple months, it'll be like actually we're gonna do that, and then change it. I remember just keep hearing different shit until it's like a week out, and it's like, all right, this is truly what we're doing.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, who's lying to me? Like, do you actually know the truth, or is it the guy above you that actually knows the truth?
Right.
Or is he also getting total lied to, or is the guy above him that actually knows? You know what I mean? Like,
and it's like shit just changes so much that it
right? Because like once it goes past your like security clearance, especially, I mean, I'm assuming you guys had the same security clearance as I was, which was secret. It's like eventually when you get far enough up the chain, they're obviously top secret security clearances, and they do know something a little more than you. You know, like I remember telling everyone, like, what does people used to like ask me, like, what does a secret security clearance mean? And I used to always tell them it means I found out what was about to happen, or like what our military was about to do exactly 24 hours before CNN told you. You know, like it was nothing that great. Like, you know, like we got a briefing about like that Iran was about to bomb al-Assad, and like a day before it was going to happen, and we had gotten a secret brief about that, and then they bombed that night. There was absolutely no one in Al Assad, no one, because they asked for permission. That's what happens when you're the only superpower in the world. People ask permission before they can attack you. And so they bombed Al Assad, and then we had to go over there, and it was kind of like they were pumping it up. But
yeah, I think what happened, I remember what happened with that Al Assad attack. The way that base is laid is like the US, like think of it like a donut. Like in the middle of the donut is the actual US base, and then all the perimeter surrounding it is Iraqis. So they just bombed like the Iraqi part of the base. I think is what happened with that one.
That's right. Yeah, there's like 2 perimeters. But they're all empty. I don't think there was any casualties at all.
Yeah, like it's just a lot of these things happen, and it's just like taunting, with deadly weapons. But
it's also like, I think it's like them appeasing like their nation. Like they have to appease their people because Soleimani was like a superstar there. So they wanted like their revenge, and like even though they control the media, they wanted. So it felt like they're asking permission. Like can we drop a few bombs on an empty space of land that you guys occupy?
Yeah,
and
and
that's what it felt like.
That just happened too in the news. I remember that when they shot missiles over at a U.S. site, but it was like they gave them like 24 hours notification or what, it was whatever. It's like, hey, we're about to do this. Make sure no one's there. And like you said, it is. I think it is exactly. So the nation's like, fuck yeah, we're fucking fighting back. You know what I mean? In all reality, it's like,
yeah,
it's
not useful at all.
Right. But that's like a censored government. Like, they completely censor the information that everyone in that. And they have, I didn't know Iran had 92 million people in it. That's huge. That's a big country. Like I knew their land was a lot, but that's like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like 92 million. I know that they kind of showed their ass with their little 12-day war over the summer, but that's a big ass nation. And like
Jamaica doesn't even have 3 million, I don't think. I know that's a small island, but that's a whole country.
Jamaica's fixing to get fucked up. Did you see that hurricane?
That's why it's on my mind, dude. We're watching. I think it hit this morning.
Yeah, dude. It's like a massive fucking hurricane. It's like the biggest one in the history of Jamaica about to hit. It's hitting it now.
Are you for real?
Dude, it's like 175 mile per hour winds.
Category 5.
Yeah, I saw that, but it's like gonna. Yeah.
And then all the beach massive. The whole coastline of Jamaica is like sandals resorts from Americans. And I saw this thing on the news. There's like a young couple. This young white couple is there on like a honeymoon, and they're like, "We're just gonna ride it out. Everything will be okay." And I'm like,
"That's a dumb fuck."
Yo, what?
Get out of there, man.
Yeah.
It's getting swallowed by the storm. Like there's nowhere to go.
We ride out a category 5 where I need my passport to get out of here once this is all said and done.
Dude, honestly, if it was like as a single guy, if it was like just me, or if it was like me and my girl, and I was like,
you might stay and party.
Yeah, do we really want to leave? And she said no. Or
you
if
might
I was
get
by
a free
myself,
stay.
I'd be like, fuck no, dude.
There's something great about
I get a refund at least.
I'm buying a Starlink. I'm gonna fucking be hooked up to watch movies and chill and game. And I mean, I don't know. I live in a 15-story apartment though, so it's a little different in Cleveland.
I'd be down at the swim up bar, like, what the fuck's going on? We're not serving down here.
Yeah, right.
Category 5 is what halts this.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I'll be prepared in that sense, but I just come on now, Nick. But I'm still but Dave, you I would imagine that it'd be a different situation for you.
Oh, like if you were there with your kid. Yeah, dude. Obviously, you got to get your kids out of there.
You got to go. But it's the fact that people don't. Or like families. They'll be like, my family always stays here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you do if you're born and raised Jamaican? You got your whole family, like.
A lot of times people don't have the money, too, to just say, I'm fucking leaving.
Right. Don't even have to be Jamaica. It could be like, like
Right.
New Orleans. If you saw
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
that's like
Mhm.
I can't just leave. Like my
Yeah.
car won't even make it far enough to get out of New Orleans.
All right, then what are you supposed to do? Get a hotel for an unforeseen amount of time until shit's fixed?
Right. Yeah, until I find out that I don't have a house anymore and I'm actually homeless.
Now I'm
you
just
know?
double fucked.
Right. No, I agree.
That
I was
is
about to
tough.
say Bahamas. That one hurricane, we went to Bahamas for relief,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we get to fill up some water. That was in September of it was like Hurricane Dorian or something.
2019, probably?
Yeah, it was September of 2019. It was. I think it was Hurricane Dorian, and that was messed up the Bahamas. And so we went over there, and I guess some engineers flew off, and they, I don't know, built bridges or something stupid. And then, but a lot of corpsmen and like medical units also flew off. And then we dropped off supplies, but we filled up a bunch of water for them because we had a
Yeah.
water filtration system, obviously, on the baton, and so we daisy chained a ton of water and all these like 5-gallon buckets, and yeah, that was dope.
Bring water
Yeah,
to the people.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
all we thought we were gonna. They first said they were gonna like send us all in there, just to provide security because they said after the hurricane there was all these people like looting and robbing stores and stuff that people left behind, and so
Yeah.
we thought we were gonna go in there and kind of keep the peace and stuff like that, but we never. The story of that deployment was just like disappointment. Like everything, there was all these possibilities, and then they're like, no.
There was literally every possibility.
Go back to your bunks.
Yeah,
And that's what we did.
like every time, like even including training missions.
Yeah.
It was, but it was like it was kind of crazy, and you were trying to find a routine. Like there was not even like training we could do.
I
Like you
know.
could do like CQB practice, like or like whatever, like tape drills if the flight deck ever gave you time. But once we were in the Persian Gulf, like the flight deck is secure, like secure. And
Yep.
so it was unless they tell you it's not. And so training was few and far between, but going to the gym, you did twice a day. Everyone would. Or at least you looked forward to the time that you would go to the gym. Like that was like your everything. If you had a scoop of pre-workout and then you could you were set.
Yeah.
You were set. It was everything. And if you could like score a can of see, like it was also connections. I mean, this is like a big thing with me. And this is how I stay sane.
Yeah. You had a lot of connections, and then since I was connected directly to you, because I took more of the approach where everyone just pissed me off, and I didn't give but you were the social one making the connections, and then I could go talk to you, and you knew a guy, and then all of a sudden I got a couple monsters in my rack that
monsters. Not only that, laundry. Yo,
yeah.
You
Oh,
got your
dude, laundry sucks just in normal life, but then you had to like climb down 4 different ladders to get to this laundry room, and half the machines are broken, and
Fuck.
sit
Yeah.
at the machine. Oh yeah, damn! I didn't even think about that. That was a whole thing.
yeah.
And then what did we give our laundry to in the big? Like what was all the big laundry? Was that just for our camis?
That's it. That was just some guy could collect all the laundry, but you toss your bag in there, it might never come back.
Dude, Dave.
Yeah.
You know how much underwear? Every time I lost a thing of underwear in there, it'd slip out my bag. And every single time, I'm fucking, like, I could hit someone. Like, I could literally fucking sock someone in the fucking mouth right now because
There's
my underwear
There's no way to
out
get.
of a little.
Yeah, you can't get new ones, and then they bring your bag back, and mine's the only one that opened, and like. Because those mesh bags, Nick, that you'd always use, like
laundry bags.
Yeah, going back all the way to boot camp. That's how you do your laundry at boot camp, where everyone just throws it in.
Yes,
comes back.
Exactly. It's the same. It's a boot camp fucking.
It's like that on ship, and then all of a sudden you see a guy wearing your underwear.
Oh, dude, don't even say that. My blood is boiling. My blood is boiling. Like, how'd you get that? How'd you get that?
Yeah.
Dave gave me a list of words. I'm not saying this podcast, so I'm just gonna
Grab it from the back seam and flip it up. It's got your name on it. Motherfucker.
Oh my God, right.
Yeah.
Oh, but yo, I to what you said, Dave, and I had a connection. I knew everyone that worked in the laundry room, and
Yeah.
I had my laundry done like in a separate, and I would get my friends like laundry done in like a separate like thing, and like we'd get it done. It was pretty dope, and we would make sure we started like finding our stuff, and then like I had a connection in the like my ship tax was also in the ship store, and so I would when
there's a little shop.
Yeah, like
just for people. Yeah, I always try to remember sometimes, like for Nick wasn't on the ship, and then other people listening, but just to paint the picture, there was a little tiny shop you could go to, which like the size of a concession stand, like a small room that had all these snacks, and then
it's not a concession stand. Yeah, it's like a gas station.
Not a concession, not like nachos, but like like a small convenience store, I guess.
Yeah, very small.
And you wait in line. You wait in line for 2 hours, and you get up there, and they're sold out.
But yo, some of that shit was vital. Like you needed razors. You had to go get fucking razors. You had to go get like shaving cream. You had to go get. Dude, I had jock itch.
Fucking hell.
I didn't even know what jock itch was. I mean, dude, it's the. It was awful. Dave knows. I mean, I'm right. I didn't even know what it was, and then I finally asked.
Why are you like Dave knows?
Because Dave does know.
I actually have it right now.
No, Dave. No, I'm not saying it's because you've had it, but I'm saying because fucking you heard me complaining about it. Yeah. It was terrible. But I didn't know what it was, so it like spread, and then once I figured it out, once I actually was like, "Yeah, please help me," and he's like, "Yeah, just put this cream on it." I was spraying Gold Bond on it. Oh, dude, it would burn. It would burn like no tomorrow, and I thought just if I put more on it. And Dave, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Please? Okay. Like I'm waiting for some sort of acknowledgement.
That's the thing. What do we
have over there playing stupid?
Yeah, right. Like, come on. Can you
first I'm hearing about this.
No, I was just listening. I was listening and remembering. But yeah, that's the thing. You have like. We had 8 to 10 beds, like in this little strip. Then anybody, you got to clip your toenails. Everyone's watching you. You got to spray. What did you say? Whatever you're spraying on your balls. Like everyone's watching you. There's nowhere to go.
And I'm screaming in pain because it's literally burning my shit, and I didn't know that it wasn't helping for like it's a whole month. Or like a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
you couldn't
because I didn't know what jock itch was. Like you're living on this ship and like, dude, we're ground fighting like for fun sometimes. Like people they had jujitsu practice you go to at night. You're working out every day. Everyone is absolutely gross. There's 8 showers, 5 of them work.
And then they say, hey, we got to conserve water.
Yeah. Then you got to conserve water. Like it was everywhere. Like, it sounds gross because guess what? Everything was gross.
Yeah.
It was
bad.
You had to like consciously like.
Dude, literally, but by the end of it, we were joking around about the laundry, but it did get, some people would have like one pair of socks left, and then you're trying to get someone from the States to send you some. And
I bought boxers from people for $20 used. I mean, that was it. I needed.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. for 20, and I put it on a ship card. That was like how I transferred him $20. I got paid $400 to take 12 days of someone's ship tax. This kid was, I mean, I had a lot of friends around ship, but I did not know the kitchen. I really didn't. Everyone, or the galley, the galley. Like, I didn't know anyone from there, but they were very popular people because you saw them every day, and that's who you got fucking food from. And your friends were working under them, and you heard them bitch about them, and da 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 da. And then you heard about the shitty jobs, and this
Navy
kid,
greaseball from the Navy, and you just start like giving them all the compliments every morning because you want to get an extra scoop of eggs.
So our boots would, Dave would get called up because our boot would, call
These
him
guys,
stupid bitch, call him a stupid bitch or something, and we
our
get
guys
called
were
up
like a bunch of criminals running that ship because they weren't having it. Because that's obviously who gets sent. Like, you know the ways of the military. The PFCs go first. They had to go work in the kitchen, and it's getting bossed around by the Navy when you're a 19-year-old infantry machine gunner or whatever.
Yeah,
these guys were like, they're not wanting to take that shit. They're like, these guys suck, and now they're having to stir up the scrambled eggs for everybody. It's just terrible. I hated having some guys to it.
Yeah,
no choice.
Especially because, I mean, the big thing is, and I think this is what you're trying to get at, is like the Navy would get like a huge power trip over it. Like,
oh yeah,
they were like, "Oh, you
guys better listen to me.
You're giving me 5 Marines that are fit and have to PT every morning when I haven't PT'd ever in my entire life, and I'm fat as shit." And anyway, shout out to the Navy, love y'all. But yeah, it was like that. Dude,
Yeah.
where was I going before we got off on a tangent?
Well, boys, we're creeping up on the hour and a half. I think we pop into a little bit of some Battlefield talk if everybody's about it.
Yeah, you're gonna. So you started playing some before. I want everyone listening. Everyone's driving to work right now. They need to hear this. We were trying to get Phil up on the podcast earlier today, and we had to delay things by about 2 hours, and we were wondering where he went. And I thought, he must have got held up from work, something understandable. And then the first thing you tell me when you joined the video is you just got a couple games in. Tell us about these games. Did you place well?
Well,
did you get any kills?
First off, I wanna thank Dave, Nick, Dave, Unplugged for having me on the podcast. And yes,
of course,
I did
brother.
get some kills.
You're gonna be repeating. This will happen. It's gonna happen all the time,
dude. You let me know. I was. Can I get a fun name for my episode? Can I not be just fucking Philip Renzi? I mean, Renzi's dope, but can we just do like we're not protecting our parks, but can we I don't know, can we give to...
You want, I see what you mean. You want like a,
there's gotta be a charity. What's a charity we can support?
We're gonna have to consult Humberto. He's gonna do the intro.
Who's Humberto?
Humberto does the intro. He's on our payroll now. The problem is we're not making many profits, so we could donate to a charity. We would love to do that.
Actually, you know what?
If you listen to the last episode, you'll hear Humberto's voice for the first time. He finally got on the mic.
He
came out of his shell a little bit.
He's a real dude.
Yeah, he's just doing some of the editing, but
he was here earlier, but then
he's our Jamie to the Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but he's locked up somewhere. Where is he at?
Well, he has 12 kids. And
12 kids.
He was here. He was here at 3 when you said we could go, but then he had to leave.
No, are you fucking joking?
No, ICE is on his ass, and so we shouldn't even be mentioning him. But
that's why we won't share his last name.
Shout out,
but shout out to him.
He's protected.
He's protected.
It could be protect Humberto.
Dude.
Name.
Hey, if ICE shows up for him, ask them if they need any help.
But listen, what do you
dope job would be
listen to this. What do you think about what's going on with the current video game pop culture. Is Call of Duty dead?
Yes.
Yes. It's not on my system. No, it's
You
not.
deleted it. So
I've been
So-
preaching this. The Call of Duties,
Yeah.
for me, have just sucked, dude. I don't want to fucking go into a game and get killed by Bart Simpson with fucking sensitivity at 1,000.
360 no scope, 720 no scope off like the 3rd level. Fuck off, dude. Like
Right.
I want to play like a military like style like video game, like the
Right.
Battlefield 6. Yeah, like and it's every time I like play Battlefield, I'm like, damn, why have I ever been playing Call of Duty? And like especially like the whole thing where you're like going in, it's like a team, like you have like a fire
Yeah.
squad or like
Mhm.
it's and when you get 4 dudes, like that's it's legit, especially like Conquest and the vehicles and
Battlefield's
it's
issue, I think, is they just stopped producing games. They didn't keep up. And like, you know, they did the 2042. They started changing some shit. They did, what was the fucking one? Hardline, where it's like the cops and robbers. I remember I played that
Yeah.
one for a
I
little
don't
bit.
know.
But they were changing too. But it's like when Call of Duty first started dropping games, they were great. You know, you had the Nazi zombies. It was fun, and
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
more
like,
focused on like
that was like
actual.
middle school and high school for me. Everyone.
Yeah, and they were
Well-
great then, dude. But then you had the fucking, what was it, Advanced Warfare, where you got like a jump pack, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, this
I
is a
think-
completely different game now.
I agree. But then I think they got back to their basics, and I will always say, and a bunch of buddies say this too actually recently, I think the best Call of Duty ever was the Modern Warfare 2019 version. And
That one was good. I will give it that.
that was and it was the original Warzone, so it kind
Yeah,
of like set the
that one was
basis for
good,
all
yeah.
that. That was like that. I thought from there, I was like, oh my god, we're back. Like we're
Yeah.
back. This game is so back. I mean, Warzone. When I got out of the Marine Corps, that was like everything. Like when it.
Yeah, you could talk to the boys. And,
yeah,
play.
yeah.
But you've
I mean,
dropped in, you've seen what Battlefield's done with it too, and I'm fucking with it. I like it.
Yeah,
I
I think
love it too. Yeah.
here's an on the fly announcement. I think what we'll have to do this evening, I'm gonna have to get off soon. We gotta put the babies down for bed and stuff, but I might sneak back in later, and maybe 3 of us can drop into a game on the Battle Royale, and we'll post it to the channel so people hear. They hear who Philip Renzi is. Now they're gonna see who he is.
For everyone listening
battle.
to this, I have a 3.27 KD. All right, I want everyone to know this.
It's fucking solid.
Anything else you hear is a lie. Wait a second. We have to do this right now.
0 bot lobbies.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, because I haven't even played. I saw the video though. It looks like it's
I
you're in,
played
like,
one.
it's like
Played one
Hollywood
quick game.
or
Yeah.
California.
I played a couple.
It
And then
is,
they have
yeah.
a fire. The circle coming in is a fire, which is
Yeah.
kind of, is that like, you think about all these California fires that have
That's what I thought it was
destroyed-
initially. When I was playing, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there must be like a California fire going on, until like I looked at the map. I'm like, oh, that's the fucking circle. But in a distance, it's just a raging fucking inferno.
Did you see they caught the guy that started the Palisades fire?
I
or
did
whatever
see
they
that,
call it?
yeah.
Isn't
What,
that wild? And it was like a week before, and he was like, I don't know, just like trying to burn something for the fun of it, and then he got in trouble for it or something like that. But the fire, once they put it out, it kind of like traveled underground. You know what I mean, or however
Well,
that works. And
you could fucking flick a cigarette out your window and destroy fucking California.
yeah, no, right, because it's
Yeah.
all dry, and it like kind of traveled, and then it reignited a week later, or blew into huge flames, and then burnt down, a fraction of the city.
Yeah. But I will say, when the Battlefield for the Battle Royale, there are classes, and with those you get the main gadgets for your class. So like, I know for the assault you get the grenade launcher and the assault ladder, but like for recon, I was running recon a lot because you get a drone and you get the motion sensor, which is huge in a battle royale because they also have, which I really like, is like every team in Warzone. I know it would be like a community type of mission on the map where you'd go and you'd pick up the intel and you'd get the mission and anybody can like go and pick one up. But each team,
it's like Warzone had contracts, right? Pick up a bounty.
Yeah, but you just get them on the screen and anybody in your team can go and pick a mission and it just assigns it specifically to your team. And some of them, and it'll tell you what the rewards are. Like it'd be either like a weapon class, like your class weapon, like loaded out, or it'll be an airstrike or a UAV, and all of it's a bunch of XP, and it'll tell you like high PvP risk or not. And it's cool, man. And the map is sick. The drops, I mean, they did it right.
I'm convinced.
They also got a search and destroy mode now too.
We're all gonna try it out later. What class are you gonna pick, Phil?
Assault. Come on, Dave, you know better. Or engineer. Actually, engineer.
Phil's gonna run engineer. Dave, what are you running?
I'll take whatever.
I'll go recon.
Whatever the team needs, I can provide it. I'm so good, it doesn't matter.
He's gonna get fucking...
Pardon?
He's gonna get shot down and have to get drug off the fucking field in the first 5 minutes.
We're gonna see after this. This video's gonna be on the internet.
I'm all about it.
Well past our life.
What game are we playing? We're playing Battle Royale. But
that's what I was saying. Our first Battle Royale game, I'm gonna record it. It's gonna go on the channel after this episode's posted. And that way people can watch. People will see what happens, and hopefully we
make their own judgment.
Hopefully we don't let them down.
Hopefully you don't let them down. I know I won't. I mean, I'm just absolutely boss at this. This is your show. Hopefully you don't let them down.
Well, we've let them down since it started.
David, no, you have not. This is a great thing you guys got going. Keep it going.
Yeah, man, it's been fun to have you. You say we're close to the time limit?
Yeah, I got to go put my son to bed too. We're about let me see. I think we're at
There's a lot of things I wanted to talk to you
about an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, dude, there's so many things I wanted to talk to you about, but that we're gonna have to. You'll be a repeat offender.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring me back for a part 2. I'm all about it.
All right.
Well, gentlemen,
are we gonna put this video out to the world of our gameplay?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We better. Yeah.
It's time we show them. None of the clips. They got to see fucking a full game action.
Biggest game of your life, dude.
I was born for this, Dave. Dave, are you kidding me? I told you this when we were deployed. I'm the best thing to ever happen. Every night when I peeked in your curtain, I said, "Can you help me with this mission on Zelda?"
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I didn't want to cut you off earlier, but you were talking about how your only place for like peace and solitude was to go into your rack and close the curtains. And my thought on that was, that's what I tried to do. I thought I was safe in there. I thought I had my peace and quiet, and then the curtain would get yanked right open. There's Phil. He's asking me about a shrine quest I've never seen in my life.
First off, he had already beat the game. That's not true. Secondly, he knew about the shrine quest, and I didn't shove it open. I just kind of like peeked in. I'd be like, David, and he'd be doing whatever he's doing. He'd be like,
crying.
He'd cry. And you know that video of that certain Marine holding that platter of sausages when you're sleeping? You were sleeping in the aisle, because that's one of the best pictures. Yeah, that's one of the best pictures of all time. That is because if you knew who this kid was, him coming to wake up Dave to let him, hey, Sergeant, I got a bunch. You want an Italian sausage? I got a bunch. And literally all Dave said was, let me take a picture of you. Show him. You gotta show him the picture.
I will. I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the episode so people can see it. But yeah, it's like we were talking about. One of these guys that had to go, he was in mortars. He had to go work in the kitchens. And he comes up to our sleeping area in the middle of the night with a plate of Italian sausage they were going to throw away. And I never thought I'd be woken up to something like that in my life. But
mortars were always so weird. All mortarmen are weird. I think that's like a requirement.
That stands true across the units as well.
It really does. You have to be like a socially
Except for
awkward.
Taylor. We're gonna get him on, dude. He's the man.
You know what? I want an episode with Tay. No, I do. I want an episode with Tay.
He'll bring some motivation back into your life.
Oh my gosh, will he? And I have and real quick before we leave, if you guys have to end it, I just wanted to say, Dave, this is for me to be on this podcast is an absolute honor for the both of you.
We're cutting all this.
For the both of you, it's an absolute honor, and I just want all the listeners to know that there was an agreement for the Fantasy Football League last year on the loser of the league, and David, you lost our Fantasy Football League. My pride and joy, and there was a punishment that was supposed to take place, and David just said he used his children, his sweet daughters, as an excuse to get out of being locked in a Waffle House for 24 hours.
Dude, we can need to make a graph. So first couple years, I dominated the league. I think I got second place. Then I got first place. Then the draft for fantasy football is being held like the day my daughters are born. So in the hospital, my phone.
No, it is not.
All these
What day
notifications.
were they born? When? This year?
No, the last draft. I'm talking about the year I lost. I wasn't even playing.
Oh, 2024.
Like the season starts right when they're born. I barely update my roster, nothing. I end up losing. And then I get a text from Phil. He's like, you got to go to Waffle House and eat 24 hours of waffles or something to get yourself out of this mess. And I was like, dude, I wasn't even freaking playing. Like, take my money, but I can't go to Waffle House. I got 2 kids at home.
First off, David, the reason he's won 2 years and taken second place and had all this great success is because he auto drafted every single year. And
endless success. And now I'm back playing this year, and then the same thing's going to happen.
No, I don't think you're doing that well. But I'm just saying, all of us are retarded. So the computer beat us, aka Dave, every single time. Every single time he won. I've literally had to maybe fed this man damn near $1,000, if not over, in the last 5 years on fantasy football.
Well.
Shindigs.
Just run it back.
Yeah. Oh, it's live, brother.
I'm not doing well this year. You're right, but I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Can bounce back, and then you'll be at Waffle House thinking about this podcast.
No, speaking of, the whole point is you need to go to Waffle one of these days and just do a podcast. I'll fly in to do a podcast with.
We will. We will do that. That's a great idea, dude. Let's go to Waffle House and do this in person
for 24 hours.
And we'll end up getting in a fight with another table, and it's all going to be on camera.
No, we can't get in a fight with another table. We're going to get in a fight with the workers. We have to get in a fight with the servers. Come on. That's the only fight worth having at Waffle House is when you fight the staff.
Yeah. Well, I'm about it.
All right. Perfect. Well, gentlemen, you should put your children to bed and let's run this game.
All right.
Hell yeah, man.
Go find some children. Brother. Go find some children and put them to bed.
Nah.
And hope you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, right.
All right, Philip, thank you for joining us. We had a great time, and we'll be glad to have you back soon, because to give people a little preview, I want to know your encounter with the Trailer Park Boys. I know you've been to some concerts, some things lately. I know you got a lot of good stories coming, and that'll be next time.
For sure, bro. Absolutely.
All right,
thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate you, Nick.
Yep,
always a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Dave,
it was awesome.
My brother. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
guys.
Good night.